Hello everyone, this is Mr. Elbronan here again, and today I have a question to ask you. Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, I'm really in the mood for some Street Fighter, I want to learn or lab some stuff, but I'm just not buying my PC or my console or whatever. And then you end up maybe just watching some YouTube replays or whatever. Well, in this video, I'd like to talk to you about the solution. And believe me when I tell you, there is a ton you can do to learn Street Fighter or any fighting game extremely effectively, no matter where you are. You could be on the train, walking somewhere, doing anything, and there is, using websites such as this one, you can learn so much, and then the next time, within a few hours, when you're back at your console, you will be 100% noticeably and palpably better with whatever character you're trying to use. It's really brilliant. So if you're not doing this already, you've got to, and make sure you watch this video and check out how you can use it to the best of its potential. So websites like this one are an invaluable goldmine for people like us who just want to learn things and get better at fighting games even though we can't always play them. For games like Guilty Gear and stuff, you'll have Dust Loop, and for Street Fighter 6 at the moment, it's wiki.supercombo.gg, and they're really good. But you can find it just by searching Street Fighter 6 frame data or anything like that. So when you come to the website, you'll join the Street Fighter 6 page and you'll see that you can learn a bunch of stuff even that isn't character specific. So you can learn about the different mechanics of the game, like different glossary of terms, controls. You can learn about different ways you can go for offense or defense, and like how things are slightly different in this game compared to other ones, how fast throws are. There's tons and tons of information about general stuff. But in this video, we're going to talk about how you can learn a character without actually playing the game. And we're going to use Luke as an example. So in this video, I'm going to go through all this information with Luke, how I would when I am learning a character. And then after I've gone through, taken my notes and all that stuff, I'm gonna cut to actually playing the game and apply all the stuff that I learned just from going through this amazing resource. And hopefully you will learn how amazing and awesome this is. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it. So Luke, his strengths, he's capable of doing a lot of damage if he spends a little bit of drive meter and has a good starter. He's really good at whiff punishing, and you'll get to see that when we get to some of his buttons. But his weakness is that his perfect flash knuckle charges are a little bit hard to time with only a 3-frame window. Often these sections are a little bit more expansive for characters about how they can deal with zoning and stuff, but Luke's a pretty simple character, so he's got a pretty simple summary. So let's go right into the normals. We get to see all of the normals with their little image listed in order and all the information you could possibly want to know about them. So their startup, how long they've got active frames, how long their recovery frames are, and obviously on block and on hit. And not only does it just have this quantitative information, it has qualitative descriptions on why you should use the moves and what makes them useful. So like for Standing Light Punch, you know, it's not the fastest, but it's an advancing jab that cancels into a target combo or special moves. It's slow for light normal, but it has long range and cancelability that makes it really consistent for punishes, and, you know, because it can go into a target combo, it can lead into a super easy combos for those punishes. And then other information, so it's 6 frames, so a little bit slow, but still pretty fast, and it's not very plus on hit, and it could technically be punished on block, but as long as you space it out, you're fine. Standing Medium Punch, we get to see it's got another move with really great forward movement, so we're already getting to see how Luke is super good at whiff punishing, because all of his punch buttons so far move him really far forwards, but it's got a little bit of slower startup, but it's actually really safe, so you can kind of just press it whenever you want. And buffering a follow-up medium punch begins the target combo that comes afterwards, which is possible to hit confirm from the initial hit. So you can press this and then hold guard, like press this and then press down back, and then if you notice that it actually did hit the opponent, you can keep pressing medium punch and you'll get the full target combo and get a nice knockdown. And then it even mentions if you do happen to get a punish counter with this, using it as a whiff punish because it reaches so far, you will be +6 and you'll be able to get more combos. Like you could get it on punish counter and then go into your Standing Light Punch target combo. Standing Heavy Punch, yet another long-range punch with forward movement. So you can see all of Luke's punch buttons have this ability to be really good at whiff punishing, just at slightly different speeds and levels of safety and cancelability. So 10 frames, just a tiny bit slower than his medium punch, but it's not as safe on block. But you can cancel into special moves or into drive rush or whatever, and it will lead to a lot of damage if you get a hit in that kind of way. So even just from these 3 buttons we've looked at so far, we get to see that he's got this kind of, nice, quick, long-reaching button that he can go into a target combo and keep himself kind of safe and link into super simple combos from that. He's got this really safe, long-reaching neutral tool that you can hit confirm into a target combo, and you can just press it a bunch in neutral because it's pretty safe. And then we've got this heavy punch that is completely cancelable into special moves or supers, and it reaches far and it'll do a lot more damage if you use it when you think it's actually going to hit. Now we move on to the kicks. I'll start moving a little bit faster now just so we don't take forever. But solid combo tool, and it links from crouching light punch and crouching medium punch. Really good to know, because it looks like it's a little bit further reaching than a crouching light punch, so you can use it to extend your combos that way. It's actually a tiny bit faster than a standing light punch, and it's really safe. His standing medium kicks. We get to know that this is one of his best range mid pokes due to being really fast and safe on block. So it's 7 frames, really fast for, you can't really tell here, but it reaches a really nice distance and totally safe. Really, really good. But unfortunately, as you can see in this cancel box here, it's not cancelable into anything. So it could be weak against a drive impact if you use it a little bit late, but if you hit an early drive impact, you'll still recover in time because of how safe it is. Standing heavy kick. Punish counter, it leads into a juggle state, so you get to see its effect on like regular hit or counter hit. It goes into a big juggle combo, and you get to hear it's one of Luke's best meaty buttons due to its forward movement and a large number of active frames. It can be up to +7 or +7 on hit, +0 on block when it's spaced perfectly. How it's unsafe if it's not spaced properly. So when you knock your opponent down, maybe with one of his flash knuckles or something like that, you can dash up and go for this, or use it after drive rush, and it becomes either getting combos or being super plus on block, and it's really good because it has a lot of active frames compared to other things like punches and stuff. Usually just have 2 active frames, and this has a bunch more. Now, crouching light punch is going to be his fastest button, pretty safe, and it's his only 4 frame normal, and you can see that it links into itself and into crouching light kick. Crouching medium punch, we get to see that this is actually a plus on block normal, which is, a lot rarer in Street Fighter 6, so it's good to pay attention to what your plus on block normal is. Yeah, it's rare normals with a frame advantage on block, making it great for pressure. Yeah, because it's 6 frames on startup, which is the same speed as your standing light punch. It just has a little bit, not as great range, I suppose. But being plus on block is super great for such a fast button, and just something so simple as a crouching medium punch, which is also cancelable. Some plus on block things are plus on block because you can't cancel them, and then they become weak to drive impact. But not this. It's plus on block, and you can cancel into specials or supers, or including obviously a drive rush cancel. So super, super good. And then on hit, it's also great. At +5, he lacks the ability to link into mediums, but he can link into standing light kick consistently, which can lead to much higher damage on counter hit or punish counter. So this is something I'm definitely going to put into my notes, take a screenshot, that I should lab a bunch of stuff with this move, see how far it reaches, see how many times I can repeat it on block and go for some good block pressure, and see at what ranges I can link it into 5 LK for a combo extension if I ever notice that it does hit when I am going for pressure. Crouching heavy punch, these usually aren't too interesting. It's not good on block, it's just a combo tool that can link into things when you cancel it. It's also his go-to anti-air normal, and a important combo tool after a counter hit crouching medium punch, which we just looked at. And crouching light kick can chain into crouching light punch and crouching light kick, good to know, and it's, you don't want to end with it because it's -1, unlike your crouching light punch. Crouching medium kick seems pretty standard compared to some other characters. Cool. Crouching heavy kick is one of the slower sweeps in the game, often being unable to whiff punish a sweep from other characters. It's relatively easy to punish, should only used sparingly against characters with weak ranged punishes. So it doesn't seem like crouching heavy kick will be too useful. Now through the jumping normals, we've got light punch, jump medium punch, puts airborne into a limited juggle state. So this is going to be the button he will go for if he's trying to do some kind of cool aerial combo. And it's great as an air to air because it can be juggled into charged air flash knuckle if timed properly. The jump medium punch has some juggle potential, so jump medium punch, and anti-air down back light punch into jump medium punch can both connect. So cool stuff. If you ever get the opponent high enough or you air to air them, you can go into your flash knuckle to get a lot more damage than you would from just getting a regular air to air. Heavy punch is kind of a spike heavy punch. It'll knock the opponent down if it hits them out of the air. It reaches far downwards but doesn't have great horizontal range. Good to know. Crouching light kick. Okay, cool. We've got a cross-up button. Crouching medium kick. We've got another cross-up button with a much wider hitbox. Probably go for this one a little bit more, unless we're trying to go for some throw resets with the light one. And standing heavy kick, good horizontal and vertical range for jump-in attack. So this is probably going to be our most common standard jump-in, unless we're kind of trying to go for cross-ups. Otherwise, I'll go for jump medium kick. Now for some command normals. Cool, we've got an overhead that's plus on block and plus on hit and safe on block. And from a drive rush, you can combo into crouching medium punch. Cool. And that means if they block a drive rush version, you'll probably also be able to go into crouching medium punch and continue to be plus after 2 buttons, which is pretty powerful. His back heavy punch, another safe on block and plus on hit. It's fairly slow, but the way it moves back creates an auto shimmy to punish throws. So if you're in the corner and you've thrown someone, you can walk up and look like you're going to go for another throw, but then you press this and you'll do a little bit of a step back and punch them in the face, and you get crouching heavy punch on punish counter. So yeah, it's like the supreme auto shimmy to punish anyone trying to throw you, because it leads to big juicy combos. Outlaw kick. On punish counter, you'll get a stagger. Okay, cool. So that's where the opponent kind of crumples to the ground. So we'll definitely be able to get some kind of combo, possibly using a drive rush in or whatever. If they're airborne, it puts them to a limited juggle state. Okay, so it'll just be like tumbling around in the air. Maybe we can run up and get a DP or something. Yeah. It's a good poke from longer ranges. Punish counter, good as a whiff punish tool, and uses an anti-air. It can be followed up with a juggle. Cool. But the anti-air hitbox is not particularly good against jumping normals. Okay, but it looks like it has some good horizontal range. So if the opponent is jumping from quite a distance away, it looks like it'll be a pretty handy anti-air. And also just good as a poke, as it says. It's being reasonably safe on block as well, and leading to big juicy combos. Now forwards heavy punch, oh, we got another plus on block normal, and it has a target combo we can see in the cancel window there. Target combo can also come out on whiff, okay, cool. And the cancel reaction window just means like how long do you have to react after you hit this to like visually see that it hit and then go into the follow-up target combo, and you've got 23 frames, so that is very, very doable. So that's super good. So if the opponent blocks it, then you just don't do anything and you take your your plus frames, but if they do get hit, then you do the follow-up. And now we get to see the target combos instead of follow-ups. So this is basically the Luke classic combo, light punch, medium punch, heavy punch. This is off of the nice light punch that we just talked about before. You get to see a lot of kind of intricate details you might not need to know too much about, but it is handy to know that the second hit of this attack string will act as 2 hits for damage scaling purposes, so it won't actually hit twice, but in the scaling system, it will pretend to be 2 hits, so that when you use this target combo, everything that comes afterwards does a decent amount less damage. So don't use it and then spend a lot of meter hoping that you'll cash out really well, because it'll scale. And you get to see notable block string gaps when it's cancelled, because when you go into this, as you can see, the standing light punch on its own was pretty good, but if you do standing light punch into medium punch, it's minus on hit and punishable on block. So that's not good, and it can't be cancelled into anything. And the heavy punch at the very end of this string is really, really unsafe, but it is special cancel and super cancelable. So you get to see down here what happens when you cancel it. If you cancel it into your heavy flash knuckle, there's going to be an 8-frame gap. So that's the one where he like jumps back and then leaps forward with the thing. So I don't know why you would be doing that anyways. Charged medium punch flash knuckle, 16 frames. Okay, sandblast is probably the most common one. So if you do your light sandblast, there'll be a 1-frame gap. Medium punch sandblast 4 and then 7 and then 2 for the meter burn OD1. So it's going to be pretty hard to keep it safe, and I think it will explain it down here. So it's the main way to convert his standing light punch into damage. The last hit is special cancelable, giving the opportunity to convert into a damaging knockdown or a safe ender. There's no block string gap between the punches, but all special cancels have a gap after heavy punch that can be interrupted, and drive impact will also punish any of these cancels except the OD sandblast. So basically the only option he has to truly keep himself safe if the opponent wants to drive impact any of these options is to go for his meter burn sandblast, which will be good because then if he does recover fast enough, then he can drive impact him back and get a big combo, or he might just have to drive rush cancel the last hit and just continue his pressure, but that'd be pretty expensive for 3 drive bars. But then that also means that if the opponent is just doing a drive impact after you finish this, you have the ability to just not cancel it and just drive impact them back. So a little bit of mind games, but it's important to know that you're not super in a great situation just by doing this attack string, so you shouldn't abuse it too much. Now the medium punch combo, as we can see, the second hit is 0 on hit and very punishable on block. The third hit is very punishable on hit and very punishable on block. And the fourth one is also punishable on block, but you do get a cool knockdown when you finish it. So it's an excellent whiff punish confirm tool from his standing medium punch, which we talked about was a really, really good neutral tool because it reaches really far forwards and it's super, super safe, and you can hit confirm this target combo that comes afterwards. The second hit and first hit, by the way, can cancel into a super, so if you are trying to get that hit confirm where you press medium punch and then hit confirm it into more medium punches, you can actually not only hit confirm the second medium punch, if you know that you're going to keep going it, instead of doing the full string, you can just do the second medium punch into any of his supers, level 1, 2, or 3, and that'll lead to really nice, just random chunk of damage from a neutral hit, and the whole string leads to a knockdown with good Oki, because it's, yeah, decently long knockdown, plus 33. You can stop after the second medium punch for a throw reset, because you're 0 on hit. They catch him off guard, but I wouldn't suggest going for that too often. And yeah, on block, don't, because none of the follow-ups are safe, and there's no way to make them safe. Okay, then off of our forward's heavy punch, very, very minus on block, but luckily, as we saw before, it's very easy to hit confirm after the forward heavy punch. So if it hits, then we just do this and we get a nice knockdown and some Oki and corner carry. Cool, but if they block it, then we just do the first hit and B+. Nosebreaker, he's got a target combo off his crouching medium kick, which is pretty rare, but it's something also that you kind of want to hit confirm, because as you can see, it's very minus on block, but it's really good because it leaves you super close and plus on block in the opponent's face, so you can go for a strike throw. And as it says here, it's a lot easier to hit confirm this, just crouching medium kick into another button, crouching heavy punch, than trying to react to it hitting and then going for a special move. So it's unsafe on block, so make sure that you actually do hit confirm it though. And his forward throws, you get to kind of see that, like, whether you get to get throw loops. So in the corner you can, 4th frame leniency to beat a 4-frame buttons, and the back throw does not get true strike throw Oki, even if you throw them into the corner. And then there's a bunch of information about his drive moves, like the startup of his drive impact and stuff can be a little bit variable for character to character, but I'm just going to skip over these. Now, special moves. This is some cool stuff, because this is what really starts defining a character. When you're going through the normals, you kind of just are paying attention for like what they say, you know, obviously with your jump attacks, what's your cross-up button, what's your good jump in, and then with your buttons, you want to see, okay, what's fast and safe as a poke, so your standing medium kick, and what's your good punish, so it's going to be a standing light punch, and your plus on block normal to go for pressure. But now that we're in specials, we get to kind of see more of the real juice of the character. So his sandblasts, his projectile, we get to see what they're actually like on hit and on block. And I think a lot of people that have played Luke just casually in the betas or now in the demo probably don't even know this stuff. So the light sandblast on hit is actually still minus, and on block it is kind of punishable. And it only goes, you know, a little bit of distance. We know that, of course. The medium punch version is 0 on hit, but still pretty minus on block. And these ranges that they're giving these values out, by the way, are like close to the opponent. So as you can see here, it specifies that if you are at max range of where this projectile goes, it can be slightly plus. So this value is just, if the opponent is close to you, it'll be -5. So say if I cancel it off of my target combo, light, medium, heavy punch, I'll be -5 if I do this afterwards. And for this one, -8. And the heavy punch version is -2 and +3 on hit, so yes, and it'll be like decently more plus on block at mid to long range. So that's really good to know, but we can also see that they get decently slower as you go up from light to heavy, so there'll be more of a gap when you cancel it from something else. So basically it just becomes slower to get better recovery and be more plus on hit. It's actually kind of a direct relationship. They lose 3 frames each time and gain them over here. Cool. And then the meter burn version, or the OD version, as you can see, is totally safe on block, and because it recovers so quickly, the drive impact cannot interrupt it after your target combos or whatnot, which is super good. And you've got this follow-up, which is, as it explains here, purely for damage, because on block it's very bad. And then it kind of gives like a whole spiel just talking about how it works if you haven't already kind of played around and zoned with him already. So it's a bit different from other projectiles. It starts up slower with a visible wind-up animation, but the projectile itself travels extremely quickly once active. High strength versions are much slower, but have reduced recovery. Yeah, like we talked about. And they get longer range and safer on block. Yeah, slower startup means there'll be more of a gap, but the OD Sandblast can lead to extra damage, but very punishable on block. Cool. Now his Rising Uppercut, not going to be too interesting, except just check which ones are anti-air invulnerable. For Luke, all of them are all aerial attack invulnerable, and the meter burn version, of course, is fully invulnerable. But some characters, like Jury, for example, her light version isn't actually anti-air invulnerable. So just make sure you aren't accidentally trying to use a move as an anti-air when it's not going to work as one. But yeah, the startup, 5 frames, 6 frames, 9 frames, 6 frames. It's all pretty standard stuff, very unsafe on block. Makes sense. But you do get to hear a little bit more about it down here. It's effective as an anti-air, invincible reversal. It doesn't have great horizontal range, so it's not great in combos with the opponents far away. And the meterless versions can be cancelled into a level 3 super like other DPs, but it'll whiff, so it's not that great. And the OD version has this follow-up where you can get more damage, but it should only be used if it connects to an opponent low to the ground, or it will whiff, which is just a good note, because that is something you would just experience and be like, oh crap. And then now you don't have to learn that for yourself, and you just will be like, okay, cool. Now I know that, and I will not have to learn that the hard way. Now for some more juicy Luke stuff, going into his Flash Knuckles. So his Light Punch one, on block, very unsafe, and even when it's charged fully or charged perfectly, it's a lot less unsafe, but it's still technically unsafe, depending on how far you are from the opponent. And it's significantly longer as well. And it gives a lot of explanation on how you use them in combos here, but I'm sure we all kind of know how this kind of works. So the charged version allows for consistent follow-up juggles, but only works naturally from his crouching heavy punch, so you can actually do this fully charged from the crouching heavy punch. Getting the perfect timing makes the juggle even higher and gets you more damage, but it's not required. Projectile Clash is not particularly useful. Oh yeah, it does like tell you that it'll clash with single hit projectiles and super cancelable, because it technically is, but then it does make sure to elaborate down here that it's not particularly useful and it's not something you should really aim for. And yeah, it's his combo starter one. Medium punch version, as we can see, still unsafe on block, but the held version and perfectly held version are actually completely safe on block. So that's cool to know. If you're ever aiming for a combo and you accidentally mess it up and the opponent blocks it, you'll be totally fine. As we know, it will bounce on hit, and you get to see the amount of time you charge for the perfect version, but that's something you'll just have to figure by testing yourself to get a feel for it. It clashes again, but not too useful. It scales like 2 hits. And yeah, a little bit slower, only comboing from his mediums and heavies. Yeah, so you will need to, if you're comboing this from the crouching heavy punch, you need to get the perfect timing, because that's a tiny bit shorter. So it's only 18 to 20 frames rather than the full 30 frames for the full charge. And the uncharged version keeps the opponent standing on hit, so you can go for strike throw resets or whatever. But yeah, go for throw reset, and when the opponent is airborne, it knocks them pretty far away to switch back to going for zoning. And the wall bounce that you get from the charged version leads to a big juggle, and in the corner they'll fly over his head, so make sure you don't do that. Perfect charge is required from, yeah, the crouching heavy punch. And yeah, you can obviously, just like any other special move, cancel into your level 3, but it specifies here that it's not really useful for combos unless you're in the corner, but it can be useful if you're trying to go for the charged version and the opponent goes to drive impact you can actually cancel into a super and break through their armor, which is something you can also do with this version. The heavy punch version, as we can see here, is actually safe on block without being charged at all, or decently safe, depending on how far you are left close to the opponent. And then when you charge it completely or perfectly, you will actually become plus on block, so they get better as you go up the ranks, but this one does have significantly longer startup, just like we were with the Sandblasts. The Flash Knuckle is a pretty similar system of longer startup means better recovery. And it's got similar aspects here, 18 to 20 frames for the perfect version, scales, cancels, and clashes with projectiles. So its slow startup, travels about half screen. The uncharged version is kind of punishable at -4, but it can be made completely safe if you're not totally close. The juggle state just means you can cancel into level 3 super, which is really handy because you can consistently go into level 3 super easily. And when juggled into it, oh yeah, so the knockdown advantage if the opponent is grounded, if you just hit it raw, or after some grounded button will be better, but it will be slightly worse after his target combo. But it's still really good, don't get it wrong. Okay, it moves him forward. The charge version, he flings himself forward with significant frame advantage, but it has, a very obvious wind-up, so it's susceptible to jumps or drive impact, but Luke can cancel into his level 3 super on reaction to the drive impact. And he can punish a predicted jump by releasing it early and going for DP, I assume. But it can't be comboed outside of that, which isn't a problem. Projectile Clash. Oh, so the Projectile Clash of this one can actually come in handy due to its long range that it's used from, though it can't be used this way on reaction. So what it's saying there is that that's actually kind of handy because it travels about half of the screen. You can just throw this out if you feel like it. If you feel like it'll work, you can do the charged version and just go for it. And if the opponent blocks it, you'll be plus in their face. And if they throw a projectile, you'll flail through it and maybe be able to cancel into a super or whatever. So cool, actually comes in handy. So I'll make sure to lab that as well. And the overdrive Flash Knuckle is super minus, so I guess we're gonna just make sure we're using it in combos. And yeah, it's his primary combo extender, giving him a juggle state similar to the light punch Flash Knuckle, but it doesn't have the slow startup. So you can do it after 3-hit, light confirm. So a bunch of crouching punches or even standing light kick, you'll be able to combo into this. And doing this extra meter follow-up where he breaks your neck and then jumps on you, slightly increases the damage, but it might lead to a hard knockdown, which could be handy depending on what you're going for. So that's going to be important to keep in mind whenever I get a light hit confirm. Aerial Flash Knuckle can only be done from a forward jump or standing jump. Oh, unless cancelled from jump medium punch, so you can jump back into jump medium punch. Okay. And force knockdown can follow up with a DP if you juggle it at max height. Okay. Can be done from back jump. And can be, okay, they're all the exact same. And because it's only one version of it, it's just if you charge it. And it's mainly used for damage when the jump medium punch connects, and the uncharged version can be safe if it's spaced well, but what? How can it be? Oh, because he goes flying across the screen, right. So it's the opponent can easily punish this because it's got a ton of recovery even when it lands, but if you go flying over their head, you might be fine. Now the Avenger, which is his kind of weird armor thing, so he just walks forward like kind of charges forward, and if you do the overdrive version, you get armor through most of the active frames. And it's only one hit though. And Luke's command dash with 2 possible enders, which are both usually unsafe on block, but it's not really that good because you can't stop it early or go for a low other than a overhead. And yeah, the armor can be useful against low pokes projectiles, but the follow-ups are too slow to use effectively on reaction. So for the P follow-up, where he just does a shoulder charge after the run, it can, limited juggle state, so you can cancel into your level 3 super, and if you space it correctly, it can be 0 on block. And the meter burn version is actually really pretty similar, but you could cancel into your level 2 super as well there. Impaler, so this is the overhead one, can actually be safe on block if it's spaced correctly, and if you space the meter burn version correctly, it'll actually be safe or even plus on block. Cool. An overhead flip kick that, okay, so it actually does have airborne frames, so you can beat throws if you use this as a meaty. It seems like actually it could be a really good meaty tool if you want to go for the regular or this version, just to be a little bit sneaky. So it's safe if it's timed as a meaty, or can be plus, of course. And he can't stop his run and has no low option. So it's not a great mix-up, but it's a good thing to keep in to be a little bit sneaky. And if you do it and the opponent tries to, go for a throw or whatever, it'll beat that, and you can cancel into your level 2 or 3 super, and if they block it, you can be plus if you time it correctly. Sounds pretty good, because it's got 8 active frames, so it should be pretty easy to hit meaty. Cool. Now with supers, very minus, decently fast startup, travels about a bit over half of the screen, but the final hit reaches full screen. Has higher knockdown advantage the farther you are from the wall. Oh yeah, because the opponent gets blasted away. It's a true block string, cool. Eraser. Invincible super, okay. Good to know that it's also invincible, because that's not the case for all level 2s. And it's fast enough to work in a lot of his juggles. And yeah, goes into full animation, and it's level 3. Yeah. It's unsafe, but does a bunch of damage. It reaches a decent amount of the screen, but he kind of just awkwardly hobbles forward, so I don't think it'll be too useful for that. So we've read a lot of information about frame data, and if I was just sitting on the train, I would just go through this and read all of these values about mainly the what's it like on hit and on block. And then once we've gone through all those buttons, and you might be dying already, but there's more information to take in. And you can't go through a ton of stuff like matchups, resource, there's a lot of stuff, but usually I'll go into combos and call it a day, and we'll do the same thing here. So some simple combos: crouching medium punch can go into standing light kick into his light flash knuckle. So basic pressure into a knockdown, and it's easy. Another easy one is crouching light kick, crouching light punch. Okay, so just a bunch of crouching buttons into your OD flash knuckle, into your medium flash knuckle for a nice little knockdown and some good damage off of a few little pokes. And then your light punch target combo into heavy punch, so it's your basic conversion from your triple impact, which is your target combo. And he can cancel it into his light projectile to stay safe, or attempt a reset by doing the charged version of the heavy punch, yeah, which is plus on block, like we just learned. And crouching medium punch can lead into standing light kick, we heard about that as well. Crouching light kick, crouching light punch, standing light kick is, a nice little string, also doubles as a pressure string. Cool. And, okay, triple impact. On a counter hit, if we get a crouching medium punch, we can go into crouching heavy punch, good to know, because that's what goes into all of our flash knuckle combos. And okay, so a bunch of crouching buttons means you can go into your triple impact light punch target combo. So that's also good to know. So if we get any of our nice whiff punish buttons, all of these are good whiff punish buttons, and this one's a good pressure button, we can go into our target combo, get a nice knockdown. Backwards heavy punch into crouching heavy punch. Yeah, we heard that was also really good for high damage. Flash. Oh yeah, so these are the things you can use to end your combo. So flash knuckle, it's a long range knockdown ender. And if you are really far away from the opponent, there's a chance that it might not hit, but then you can just go into the overdrive version and it gives you more damage and a better knockdown anyways. And okay, so after any of his launchers, I guess his target combo or his flash knuckles, you can either end with your heavy punch DP, or in the corner, it's better to go into your light projectile and then your light DP. So you get 2 specials in the corner instead of just 1. And then after triple impact, you go into down back heavy punch for the damage, or down back medium punch to push the opponent far away to zone them out. And juggle extenders. Oh yeah, so there's a different way you can use combos with your... Okay, yeah, the heavy punch doesn't do one. Like the medium punch one will give you a wall bounce. It's better mid-screen because in the corner it's really awkward. And parry drive rush extension is best used after demo... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. And the light punch one will generally be the best one to go for because you can get it after your crouching heavy punch. And if you time it... time it well, you can get it after other normals, like on counter hit, like your standing heavy punch or whatever. So yeah, I think that's all it has to say now. So now that we've absorbed possibly an overwhelming amount of information, let's pretend we were actually taking notes and screenshots like I would have if I was reading this on the train, and go over the main things that we learned. So we've got all of your standing punch buttons are really good, long-reaching, and decently safe depending if you cancel them or hit confirm them or go into a full target combo or whatever. Standing light kick is a good combo tool, and standing medium kick is a really good, safe, long-reaching poke. I can use the heavy kick as a meaty button. My crouching medium punch is plus on block. Heavy punch, crouching heavy punch, I will use to extend my combos into my flash knuckles. This is a low. This is a longer reaching low. This is not good. Bunch of jump attacks. I can use this in combos if I feel like it, but these two will be my regular jump-ins. Got a nice, good, safe overhead. I've got an auto shimmy to beat throws. Another decent long-reaching poke and an anti-air that leads to good combos. Another plus on block normal that's a little bit slow, and you can cancel it really easily for more damage, or hit confirm it easily for more damage. And then this target combo, if I think the opponent's going to drive impact, I have to go for my OD Sandblast, but otherwise I'll probably go for heavy punch flash knuckle for a good knockdown and damage, and it's, really easy way to get damage. This I can, as I talked about, you can hit confirm and also cancel the second hit into a super. This is just more damage off of plus on block normal. This is an easy hit confirm from a crouching medium kick that is free and easier than a special hit confirm. His throws are good, can lead to throw loops. Sandblast, if I'm canceling it off of buttons, I'll want to use the medium or heavy punch version to keep myself a bit safer, or plus on block, unless I think the opponent's going to drive impact me. Rising uppercut, I won't use in combos too much unless I know the opponent's really close to me, and I can use them all as anti-airs. This is just good for combos and can easily be comboed from crouching heavy punch, and I don't even have to time it perfectly. This I would have to time perfectly, but leads to a lot cooler of a combo. This can be plus on block if I fully hold it down and does a bunch of damage, has a good knockdown, and is good for canceling into a super. This is like the light punch version, but it's a lot faster, so I can do it off of little pokes or whatever, and I can get easy damage by just spending more meter. Aerial flash knuckle, yeah, if I get an air-to-air. Avenger, if I really feel like getting armor and then going for a plus on block or a safe overhead, could be useful. And supers, I'll use them for damage. This one's a little bit short, but I can cancel it off of a bunch of my target combos, which could be useful. And this one's a long-range projectile one. Okay, so now some time has passed and you've finished your day of whatever you were doing and you're back at home by your PC or your console, and you actually can test out some of the stuff you've been eyeing off to try out all day. So now with Luke, well, we've got stuff, let's test. Okay, this hit confirm, yeah, is pretty easy. What distances can we get it from? Okay, you don't have to be super close, but yeah, if I am far when I get it, it's not gonna link unless I'm in the corner. And if I do get, I can go into that. Ooh, I can go into some nice damage and a knockdown. And off of my crouching buttons, that's going to be the same. So if I go... Oh, that doesn't work. Oh no, it does. I just suck. I also heard that in the corner, our combo extender can be this instead of just a DP. Cool. Our plus on block normals, we've got this. Okay, yeah, it's actually got really nice range. It's like the range you would go for a neutral button, like something like this or this. So that's really good to know. If you ever think you have time to go for a little bit of a slower button, go for this. It's plus on block. And if I see that I get it on hit, I can just press forward heavy punch again, and I get this nice knockdown. See if I can get a dash in afterwards. Nice, that's super good. Or I could just get the knockdown, dash in, and go for my other plus on block normal, crouching medium punch. Cool stuff. How far does this actually reach? Oh, that's pretty, wow, that's really good for 6 frame plus on block normal. It's like, yeah, the same distance that my whiff punish button would reach. So that's super good to pay attention to, especially where we can pretend if this is counter hit, we can get that into this, and this will actually combo. Nice. Okay, okay. What else were we talking about? We looked at that. Let's see how far all of our punches we saw that were really good with whiff buttons. So this has great range and Luke moves forward while he does it. So whenever you're like around here close to the opponent after like you're a little bit plus with some pokes or something, I can go poke poke and then go into this or something. Got tons of corner carry. I was like close to mid screen, and then after doing that I do this into a dash in and we're in the corner already. Nice. And if I want to go back to zoning, I could do this. And if he rolled back, we would be extremely far away from each other right now. And then I'm back to zoning. Okay. And off of this version, oh yeah, this has a nice bit of extra range. And it does have an extended punch forward, so if the opponent did block this, I could probably take a step back and like make their button with. And it was only -3 on block. And so what I can do, it's a bit hard to practice hit confirming without the proper training mode, but what you can do for hit confirming things is with this, I can just press medium punch and then hold down back. So if the opponent does block it, then I'm just, you know, blocking whatever they do afterwards, because I am slightly minus. But I can be holding down back, and because I don't have to press forwards or anything, I can keep holding down back and just keep pressing medium punch. So even though I'm doing this, I can just realize that it's hitting and be like, oh, okay, let me just keep going. And I get this nice knockdown. It can go for more cool pressure. Awesome. And because both of my level 1 and level 2 supers are also with my punch button, I can super easily just go down forward or down back, medium punch with the same button I have my finger on to easily cancel it into a super for a bunch more damage. So anytime I'm just in neutral and I'm like flitting around and I get this, and I'm like, oh, okay. Get a nice little easy chunk of damage. Cool. And then with the heavy punch, I imagine it's just a bit more range than this. This reaches, actually, this might have the most range. Oh, they seem pretty similar. So I don't think this can, yeah, even with perfect, that doesn't time correctly. So on counter hit, it will cancel into the perfect version or the regular version correctly, but on a regular hit, if it just hits the opponent going back or forward or whatever, I guess I'll either have to drive rush combo it, or just, you know, cancel it into maybe my heavy sandblast, because that actually will combo and will be safe if the opponent does block it. I don't think there'll be too much of a gap there, but I can do the light version or medium version if I want. Or I could also be sneaky and go for this, which we also learned was plus on block. Let's see how far this goes in neutral as well. Okay, yeah, it does reach really far. So if we're ever flitting around and I think the opponent's going to be standing still or just throw a single projectile, I could throw this out. Nice. Oh, and that gets a super big knockdown. Get two. I could almost get 3 dash-ins there. Okay. And because it's 2 hits, I should probably easily be able to be like, oh, that hit, and then go into a super, right? Oh, hit. Nice. So if I go through a projectile or anything, I can just go straight through their projectile and get that nice, easy chunk of damage. Cool, cool, cool. What else? Sandblasts. Yeah, I kind of know how far these go anyways. And then this one's kind of just out of range here. Yep, perfect. Off of a drive rush, I have seen that in combos, it's really good to go for that because it leads to the most damage, your backwards heavy kick. But I think it doesn't work off of some things like this. Yeah, it's too slow, like he says. I guess we can go for like this instead. And also, this will be a lot better if you're not sure if you actually did hit the opponent or not. So if you're not hit confirming, going drive rush into your crouching medium punch will be a lot better because you'll be super plus on block and you'll be able to go for a bunch of pressure. Whereas with this, you probably won't be. So anything into a drive rush, fist. Okay, cool. And we did just mention our backwards heavy kick. Okay, it doesn't have amazing range, but you can see it's kind of a cool angle where if like Ryu jumped around this distance, I'd be able to hit him out of the air from around here. Even if he thought he was just jumping like around this distance, I'd be able to catch him with it, which is kind of cool. And if it was a counter hit, it'll lead to a cool combo. Another command normal we had is this. Okay, so yeah, he takes that little step backwards to like, if I got a throw loop in a corner, oops, that's not throw. I could walk forward and then go for this. So the opponent tries to throw me back. I get to go for that. And then it would be a punish counter, and then I get to go for this. Which, yeah, nice. Is a big chunk of damage. Also, we had crouching medium kick into this. So if I can't like hit confirm it into a special like I can with my light super easily, and I want to keep myself safe without having to use a drive rush every time, I can just be like, oh, that hit. Yeah. Hit. Yeah. And then I'll be plus in their face and easily go for, not that, I forgot my grab button all messed up. There we go. Cool. Also, what's this knockdown like? Okay, it's not super long, but it's an easy chunk of damage. If I get it off of this, it's a little bit better. Oh, it doesn't actually scale too much anyways in a combo. It seems like it always does around the same amount of damage for some reason. Oh yeah, we've also got this awkward run where I can armor it with meter. Okay, it does have like a really good amount of corner carry. And this version, the overhead, I think, yeah, I can get a DP in the corner. So I can armor through something and then go for an overhead. And if it hits nice and meaty or whatever, it could be safe or plus. What range would I have to do to like space it out? Or he jumps really far forward, so I'd have to do it pretty quick. Like, wow, even that. Whoa, if I do it like instantly, he like flips full screen. Crazy. Okay, that's kind of even a cool way of just getting in. Just go straight through a projectile that's about to hit me, and then I'm instantly flipping on top of them. And then I'm probably going to be safe. And if I do get into the corner like that, then I can go for DP. Cool. Then, of course, after this, if he's blocking, I can go for that, and then drive impact if they try to drive impact me. Go cool. Okay, so that's about kind of all the utility stuff we need to know, and then just for combos, obviously crouching heavy punch, we can go into a fully charged version of this, into this, or in the corner we can go this, into this, into this. And if I can get the charge down right, which I think I can consistently, yeah, I think I've kind of got that down pat. Maybe not. Okay, there's another one. Okay, yeah, I think I can get a reasonable amount. So after I get that, I think I can also go get a drive rush kind of combo. Okay, cool. And that only cost me 1 bar of meter whenever I got this. So I could go from crouching medium punch, and if that's a counter hit, I can go that into this. And yeah, after this, I believe I can also go... And that leads to a ton of corner carry. Yeah, it brings you like straight to the corner. Also, I think I saw Punk go for this after the target combo. Yeah, because that brings you also straight to the corner from anywhere. Even if I'm over here, I can probably get a dash in. Target combo into the... Hey! Yeah, and then after a little bit of pressure, we're right back in the corner. Oh yeah, jump-ins. Yeah, this seems like a good jump-in. And this version can cross up. The medium punch version. Yeah, nice. Cool. We've got the overhead that's safe and can lead to combos and drive rush. That's basically all we need. I guess if I'm feeling really really feeling myself, I could try to go for perfect this, but I think that's just begging to drop combos. At least if I do kind of do it a little bit early, I am left in like cool strike throw or plus on block normal position. That is not my throw button, god damn it. I just need to take a little, oops. Yeah, that's actually pretty good for strike throw. Does it work off of this too? Yeah, I could do that. Interesting. And also at any time after buttons, I can try and be risky and go for that to be super plus. Okay. I think I'm starting to get a bit of a game plan here. Oh, I got that. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. If I get it perfect in the corner, I think I can also like... Yeah, I can do a heavy DP. And if I just get a fully charged one, can I still do drive rush stuff? Oh yeah. I can probably go like... Okay. We got some combos, and basically every situation will need combos. We know how to do this weird flip kick thing. We know how far our projectiles go and where they're safe or plus. We know different buttons. Oh yeah, this we forgot to talk about. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. And it seems like it pushes you really far away. So there's no way the opponent is punishing you or even kind of hitting you with a button afterwards, even on block. You're not close at all after getting this. Okay, nice. Good to know. And then when we're in this range, we've got this that we can hit confirm. If we're a little closer, we've got this. And if I want to be a little bit more risky to go for big combos, I can go for this, which will hit a full combo on count to hit. Or I can drive rush cancel it and mess up combos. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Yeah, stick with that one. Cool. Alright, and now with all this information we've learned with Luke, just from reading stuff on a train and coming into training room for a little bit, I think we can take on a level 8 CPU. Do you? Let's give it a try. Here we go. Great. Cool, cool, cool. Got a little bit of reactions. No! I was too close to the corner to go for that stuff. Oh, that was meant to be a forward heavy punch. Somehow I jumped. Oh, crap. Nice. Oh, no! Accidental rising uppercut. Ah, yeah. Okay. Shouldn't have tried to mash after he blocked my button. It was a little bit antsy of me. Just got a little scared after getting burnt out. Ow. Okay, okay. 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 This isn't our round, guys. Oh! How did he know that that third hit would hit? Almost like he knows something I don't. Are you in the system? Oh, that hit my Sandblast startup? Okay. Oh no! Oh, that was a punish counter. That was a bit... Ah, I could have canceled that into a level 3. Damn. Oh, wait, I'm alive. Alright, here we go. Let's put all that knowledge to test. Oh, okay. He spent the meter. I didn't block overhead somehow. Okay. Okay, he didn't punish that. Oh. Oh. I thought he was going to drive impact me. I was trying to be sneaky. No, I didn't confirm it correctly. No. And okay, he didn't punish me. That's not a level 8 thing to do. Okay. Decently close. Decently close. Ooh, nice. Less nice. Okay, nice again. Oh, I didn't get the TP. Oh. Okay, I accidentally have the muscle memory to go for standing light punches in anti-air. But that doesn't really work with Luke because it's slower and long-reaching. Oh god, don't lose this. Don't lose this. Oh my god. Wake up, Mash. Wake up, Mash. Got a lot of meter, make sure I use it. Oh, that didn't reach. Nice. Cool. Oh, no! Damn it, that was meant to be a sandblast. I hate that's my least favorite thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Getting that drive rush overhead seems pretty easy to get off of any knockdown. And it seems like it hits pretty meaty because level 8 AIs are usually pretty good at hitting me out of fake meaties. Nice. I love getting that hit confirm. Wait, I thought that would go through projectiles, but we lied to. Let's try it again. Okay, it worked then. Oh god, that knockdown is so long I messed myself up. Oh, that was rude of you, Ryu. That was rude of Ryu. Right, 2-all. Gotta make sure we stay serious in the last round. That seems actually a pretty good round start option, except now I'm in the corner. God damn it. Don't bait me like that. Oh, whiff punishes me so well. Oh, he whiff punishes me, or I just whiff. Maybe it's just me whiffing a lot. Okay, get the extra knockdown. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh crap. Oh no, we lost. I thought we were going to be able to do it first try, guys. I think second try for sure, right? For sure, for sure. Okay, we're going in. Should we go more crazy? No, I think we should be a little bit more conservative. The AI does not mess around with crazy. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. Don't do silly stuff. Silly stuff is bad. No. Man, that crouching light punch was meant to go into a flash knuckle, and I just went into nothing. Right, you can have that first round, Ryu. You'll need it. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work from a lot of ranges that I would like it to work at. No, I didn't think... I was just going for the dash in for the Oki. I didn't even bother trying to see if he went for drive impact. I'll take that Sand Blast damage. Oh, damn it. I was going to cancel the second hit into my level 2 super. Okay, we're going to have to make a decent comeback from this one. We've got a lot of meter. Make sure we cash out a little bit more, I suppose. Can't believe I didn't get a punish from that. Oh, that didn't punish either. No. Oh, yes. Okay. Hehe, mashing. Hey, yo. Okay, I don't know why I went for that. That's really not good as a point blank button. Just trying to switch it up. Don't switch it up. Don't do it. Just don't do dumb stuff for no reason. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. We're still alive. We're still alive. Thank you, crouching medium kick. Oh, I should have used... Oh, okay. Cool. I don't know how I'm messing that up, but I am. Okay. That was actually just meant to be a meter burn DP, but somehow I go level 1. Let's not talk about it. Okay, at least that wasn't a punish. Oh no! I couldn't cancel in time. Oh, am I dead? Okay, I'm kind of alive. Come on, surely that punishes. Yes, it did. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Should we start with that meter burn? Oh, it goes through drive impact too. That's awesome. Yeah, that was totally intentional. The boss just never block the overhead. Damn it, the 3 hits didn't hit because of the stupid jump in. Oh no. Oh, that was a lot of whiffed sandblasts. Yes! And you can get a deep... Look at that. We only had to try twice. Good job, Luke. Should we do a third one just to be a tiebreaker and show off? Yeah, we should.
All right, you ready?
You ready? Damn, that actually seems really good. Oh, okay, that flopped meaty was not good. Oh, okay. Random overhead, sneaky. Okay, that was a little bit risky. I should not have gone for that, but hey, it worked. In that situation, after a few blocked pokes, I should probably just go for a Sandblast, or if I want to be, or just nothing, or if I want to reset my pressure, go for this. Whoa, what's the lag? Is my computer updating in the background? How are we lagging against an AI? Oh, you sneaky. Kind of stop thinking about those. You haven't used them too often. Yes! Awesome, awesome. Oh. Awesome. Nice. It's super nice being able to get just a super easy combo, just spending 2 bars after any kind of pokes. Leads to a nice knockdown, a nice little bit of damage. Some characters don't get the privilege of having such an easy power situation. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get thrown very willingly. No! We nearly had it. Oh, I could have gone to level 2. No. Hey, don't take my... Hey. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. If my advice works, how do we beat the level 8 AI? 3 love. 3-0. It's good stuff. I promise you. Just read through what makes your character good and do a little bit of training mode, and you'll be astoundingly better at an astounding rate. And that's gonna be the end of this video. So, if you found any of that helpful or enjoyable, thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad you enjoyed, and I'll see you in whatever's next. Goodbye.